Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
This is an easy one for us because all we got to do is like drink,
open and drink,
taste and talk. We got somebody who sent us a beer.
You realize you just summed up my life. Open, taste, talk. It's pretty much what I've done for 68 years.
Life's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a beer that Matt Giovanisci of Brew Cabin and I, he's got the Brew Cabin YouTube channel and the brewcabin.com blog. We got together on Basic Brewing Radio and formulated the recipe for this beer. And then he brewed it on his big fancy homebrew system, which is a wonder to see. If you have
BFH?
If you
Big fancy homebrew system.
Oh. So if you haven't seen Matt's video on how he put together his homebrew system, it's amazing. Anyway, he used it to make this beer, and he sent us a video postcard on how he did it. So here we go. Take it away, Matt.
Hey guys, it's Matt from brewcabin.com. Thanks for having me back on. And James and I actually developed a Belgian Tripel recipe on Basic Brewing Radio. And I want to share my process, I want to share the recipe, and I want to get your take on the final beer. So without further ado, here's the process and here's the recipe. I started with 9.5 gallons of RO water. To that, I added 1 gram of baking soda, 4.2 grams of calcium chloride, 1 gram of canning salt, 2.5 grams of Epsom salt, and 2.7 grams of gypsum. For the grain bill, I added 12 pounds of Dingemans pills, 1 pound of flaked wheat, and 8 ounces of aromatic malt. This one was a step mash. I did a beta rest at 148 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes, an alpha rest at 158 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, and then I mashed out at 170 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. To the boil kettle, I added 2.5 ounces of Saaz hops at 60 minutes and 2.5 ounces of Saaz hops at 5 minutes. Once the boil was over, I added 1 pound of Simplicity candy syrup and 1 pound of local honey. I chilled the wort down to 65 degrees Fahrenheit and pitched 2 packets of Imperial's B48 Triple Double, and I made a yeast starter. I let it ferment for 2 weeks, free-rising it up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Right from the fermenter, I bottled 12 750 milliliter bottles, and I added 2 carbonation drops. So that's the entire process and recipe. I sent you 2 750 ml bottles that I bottled myself with 2 carbonation drops, and I want to get your take. So let me know what you think. Cheers.
Wow, that was something.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, I'm jealous of his toys. Although I'm very happy with what I have.
Yeah, I'm jealous too, but I'm happy. I'm a pot and a bucket brewer. I've been doing it 30 years and still.
Well, Charlie Papazian used a plastic bucket for his lauter tun, and he's in the Smithsonian.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So Matt is not only does he have fancy equipment. I've tasted his beer before. I've actually tasted this beer, and he is also a good brewer to go along with the good equipment.
Now, you brewed this or Matt brewed this?
No, Matt brewed this.
Okay, I want to make sure.
This is from his brewery in Colorado.
Just making sure I understood.
Hence the G for Giovanisci on the front of it.
Oh.
So this is a triple that has a bit of honey in it.
A bit of honey.
So if you want to do the honors of that's a
lovely little sound.
Yeah, Matt was a little concerned that it wasn't carbonated enough in the bottle, but I think that it's been in my fridge for a while. It's been real. Oh, and it's cleared up a lot. If you listen to the episode where Matt and I tasted this beer and then formulated the recipe, I think that's the episode where we formulated the recipe for the Italian Pilsner. The beer was a little cloudy at that time, but it's not now.
It's beautiful.
It is cold conditioned in the bottle in the fridge.
Wow.
It is beautiful. Cheers. And we tasted it together on the show, on the audio show.
Wow, it smells great.
I don't know if you can hear the dog snoring in the background, but she needs a CPUP. He's too busy tasting
That's addicting. That's really, really good. Sweet, floral, has a nice dry middle, and then it finishes a little sweet. There's a lot going on in there.
Yes.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not as Belgianish as some triples that I've had. And I think that it may be because because I mean Matt, he hit it. I mean, this is a 6-gallon batch, and he hit it with 2 packages of imperial yeast and a starter. So he said it was a mess. He said it really kicked off, and the blow off tube was very busy.
The honey is there.
It's so good.
This is really good beer. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Pilsner malt, candy syrup, honey, flaked wheat, aromatic malt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he was worried that the flaked wheat was responsible for the cloudiness of the beer, but I can tell you that this beer is not cloudy now. It's crystal
out.
clear. It just needed time in the bottle. If I
could save that.
Could have.
That was the theme of my junior prom.
Was it really?
Actually, Mickey's Big Mouth was the theme of my junior's prom, but that was later.
I was going to say, there was a lot less time to have in a bottle back when you went to prom.
That's right.
But for a beer as big as this one is, and
8.3.
Yeah, it's a big beer, which is why Tripel is so fun to drink and kind of so dangerous to drink, because you're like, woohoo, this is delicious, and then
it's an easy.
Then you're in Omaha.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but if you don't start off in Omaha.
Triples are easier to drink than doubles or doubles, for me.
Definitely.
They're just easier to drink.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Yeah, because doubles are like darker and
heavier,
richer.
thicker. Yeah.
And then you ironically kind of move up the scale from a double, and it like clears out, and it's like, Prosecco or champagne all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This is not Prosecco or champagne. It's not that dry. It's got a nice, delicious malt backbone to it. I think I get the honey.
I definitely do.
That's
the first thing that hit me.
It's would you call it a braggot? I mean, it's a beer with honey, but I mean, some people say that you have to have a certain percentage of.
I don't know. I've read about that, trying to find something definitive, and the only thing I can find is if it's got honey, technically it's a braggot, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Nobody wants to make a call on that. Although I bet you that the BJCP probably has something.
There's some yeasty spice. Yeasty Spice was the least popular of the Spice Girls.
She was at the free clinic a lot.
When they were sponsored by Monistat. That was no, but I get some yeasty spice character, some Belgian-y yeasty spice, some peppery. There's pepperiness.
It is.
At the
definitely
end.
A Belgian beer.
Yeah. It's not as funky as some triples that I've had, but maybe that's not a ding.
No.
But because I love the this is an awesome beer, and it's much better than when Matt and I sampled this beer on the audio show, and it was good. I liked it a lot. I like it a lot better now.
So just a little more time in the bottle,
cold
aging,
conditioning, several weeks in the fridge.
Yeah.
Did this beer a big favor.
That's
It's really good.
It's mighty flavorful beer. That's a happy beer. And Matt does all of his own water treatment.
Yeah, he makes his own reverse osmosis water.
Yeah.
And then starts. So he's starting from a clean slate, and then he puts all the water chemicals in there. Whatever he did was the way to go.
He done it right.
So.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. Cheers to Matt.
Yeah.
And we got more in the bottle, and then we're done for the day. Woo! Man, what a fun day.
Hello, Cleveland.
All right, everybody. Try this recipe. It's a winner.
Definitely.
And check out Matt's Brew Cabin YouTube channel and website. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Come and visit us online at basicbrewing.com. You can find archive lists of our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs and our brewer's logbook, where you can track and log up to 50 batches of beer.
You know, Tinseth is like medieval for tin. Verily, how much malt do you have? I have Tinseth pounds, kind sir.
Never thought of that.
just saying.
Forsooth.
Forsooth. Even 5 sooth. I mean, as many sooth as you want.
You're a soothsayer.